Welcome back to the Unleash Your Full Potential interview series. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do hope that you are finding these interviews useful and that you are applying the ideas to your life. This is a platform that we have created to share with you different success stories, tips, action items that you can take away and apply so that you can become a better version of yourself and so that you can achieve success in your career and also in life. I am your host, Collis Charles Sutton, and I'm bringing to you over 25 leadership experts to share their expertise and genius with you. Just a couple reminders. I want you to grab a pen and paper and make notes. These interviews are for 24 hours. But if you would like unlimited access where you can look at these interviews at your own leisure, then I encourage you to click on the button for the VIP access. This way, you don't have to rush. You can replay, you can repeat, you can go back and take notes, you can access the various speakers, you can choose which one that you took a lot away from. The sky's the limit. So I encourage you to click on the VIP button for access. Today, I have an amazing entrepreneur, author, phenomenal speaker. Her name is Dr. M. White. Dr. Cozette, welcome to the platform.
Thank you so much. I am extremely excited to be a part of this phenomenal event where we have the opportunity to give our experience and share with other leaders and thought leaders on top of that. So I'm extremely excited. Thank you very much.
And I am so pleased to have you. Let me tell you, my lovely audience, a bit about Dr. White. Dr. Cozette M. White is an acclaimed 6 times best-selling author, nationally recognized in tax and accounting strategies, and she's also a speaker. She's best known for helping entrepreneurs and individuals make wealth and priority by creating tangible results that makes a meaningful difference in their lives. She has a passion for helping people just like you, and also to gain clarity, focus, and take control of their finances with confidence. She's been coined the financial physician as a result of her unparalleled ability to empower her clients to ditch debt and develop a plan to create the kind of wealth that takes a secure financial legacy. Dr. Cozette is an award-winning CEO of My Financial Home Enterprises, a certified woman-owned firm providing tax accounting and business management services. She founded the Creative Tax Institute to empower and to support or by offering software solutions, tax courses, and marketing programs. Dr. White is a resident Money Matter tax expert for Fox Television. She's also a recurring voice for millions, making appearances on national media outlets, including Black Enterprise, Forbes, Upscale, The Huffington Post, and countless newspapers across the nation. In 2017, Dr. White was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award by President Barack Obama. What a prestigious award. Welcome. Congratulations, Dr. Cozette White. And welcome again to our platform. So, Dr. White, could you share with us, please, what is it, a bit about your background and what would have brought you to this point?
Absolutely. So a little bit more about me to the audience. My background started some years ago when I was a young adult and I received my very first W-2 and I walked into my grandmother's kitchen and I asked her if she would assist me in doing my tax return. Back then, things were manually. So her response to me was, "Sweetheart, I'm gonna need you to go upstairs get you a pen and a paper, and we are going to come down here to this kitchen table and we're going to do this tax return together. So it was truly in that moment that kind of sparked the idea of, is this something I want to do? Because what actually happened in that moment was I got a refund. And it was only $100, but back then $100 was something to a college student. So I went on and I shared this with my sorority sisters, friends, and others on campus. And believe it or not, that is truly where the journey began. I had not realized that this was something that I would be doing until I went into corporate America and realized that, and hear me clearly, you all, I said that I was not going to stay in corporate America for forever. But unfortunately, life happens, things happen, and I stayed in corporate America for over 25 years before I took the plunge and said enough is truly enough. And I worked on a sound, concrete plan to exit corporate America. So it was in that moment with my grandmother doing my first tax return that struck the interest to say, this is really what you want to do. I continued to do it as a hobby. It was clearly a hobby. It was just side hustle money. That's all it was. It paid for summer vacations and things like that until I had my back up against the wall in corporate America. And that's when the plan started to come into existence. And I can talk more about that plan, but I'll let you ask me some more questions, but I'll tell you guys.
No, that's good. This is a good start. So Dr. Cozette, you have written many books, several books, but the one in particular that I know that your topic is going to be focused on today is about attracting the best. Attracting the best, wealth, prosperity, abundance for your life. And to my lovely audience, I want you to tell us a bit about your inspiration to write this book. What does this mean for them? We've got an audience of professional women, corporate women, women who may be at home, not sure what next move to make. We've got women who may be on the verge of retirement even, and who are listening here today. And I'm sure there's some men as well. And so I would like you to share with us a bit around that inspiration. What inspired you to write about attracting the best, wealth, prosperity, and abundance?
Absolutely. So during the journey that I was just sharing with you all, life matters happen. And one of those things was I ended up going through a divorce. And so when we talk about wealth, when we talk about attracting the best, prosperity, wealth, abundance, let me get it right. Attracting the best, it is actually wealth, prosperity, and abundance in your life. It had to do with everything that was going on in my life at that moment. And when I decided that I wanted to take a leave from corporate or leave corporate America, I knew that some of the things that I had to get together was me. And so I started on this journey of doing affirmations. So when we think about attracting the best, this book is about affirmations, and it's about positive affirmations about things you want to attract into your life. And it's from a spiritual standpoint, it's a biblical. So it's 30 days, 31 days actually, of affirmations, things that you can do to change, to make life a little easier, to make life better for you. What I'm not sharing, what I'm not saying is the wealth component, you all. When I went through a divorce, I had a slip. I fell back with finances. I got myself in trouble. It didn't matter. Yes, I was a corporate controller. Yes, I managed the corporation's funds, but I am human as well. And going through a divorce and being in a household with two six-figure wage earners and then going to one income, things happen. You know, I had got accustomed to a lifestyle that when you make more, you spend more. Okay. And that was me. And so this book was truly written to inspire someone who probably was in my situation or could possibly still be in my shoes, the shoes that I was wearing, but just to be a motivator, to help them understand that things don't always have to be the way that the story has been written, we have an opportunity to change. And when we think about affirmations, we are affirming what it is we want. And one thing that I truly believe to all of you that are listening, and it doesn't matter if you're in the corporate sector or if you're a stay-at-home mom or in between, what we put into the universe will come back into our lives. So the thing that we hear, the law of attraction, everything that we speak, we're putting it into the universe. So when we put our negative thoughts out in the universe, that is what's going to come back to us, negativity, or when we're having these self conversations with ourselves of disbelief, we're putting that into the universe. So one way of getting rid of it is practicing saying affirmations on a daily basis. I affirm, I affirm that I will be a business owner. I affirm that I will have the opportunity to leave corporate America. I affirm whatever it is that you want, affirm it, attract it, and repeat it to yourself every single day. In this book, I teach you about affirming whatever it is, saying the daily affirmation at minimum 3 times per day. If you start 3 times per day and then throughout the day, repeat those affirmations, I guarantee you guys, things will happen. One of my affirmations that are actually not in the book, but I continue to say it, that I will find a godly man. And so I kid you not, like when this book was released, I actually started dating who is now my husband, but I affirmed it. I put it out in the universe and it happened. What we think about, we truly bring about.
Oh, wow, that is so powerful. Thank you for sharing that. So Dr. Cozette, what tips those women out there who are trying to unleash their full potential? I know you just spoke about affirmations and saying it 3 times daily. What other tips can you share that can attract wealth and abundance to them as they go through this journey?
I think when we're talking about attracting wealth and abundance, tips that I would share is making sure that as we are trying to get on the right page of things and we are attracting a new lifestyle, something new, different into us, we have to make sure that we watch what's coming out of our mouth, those negative conversations. But if we're talking about wealth, number one, wealth is our birthright. Abundance is our birthright. It's there. It's given to us. It's just a matter of us going after it and taking it. And if I can just say, what are some tips? Find someone that you look up to. Find a mentor. Find a coach. Find an advisor or even an accountability partner. It doesn't have to be that coach or that mentor, but even an accountability partner that will hold you accountable for your actions that you are taking. When we talk about wealth, money, if you are not in the situation in which you would love to see yourself, find someone that is truly going to give you that hard conversation that you really don't want to have, but you know that you should be having. And they truly love you and care enough to say, look, you asked me to hold you accountable. I see you slipping, whatever that case may be. But your accountability partner, mentor, coach, whatever, start small. Start where you possibly can. There's this misconception, and I know there's a lot of corporate executives, women that are listening. There's this misconception that just because we're in corporate and we have great salaries, that we have it all together. That is not true. That is not true. We're human, we're women, we're moms, sisters, wives, and as I like to say, we put our panties on all the same way, but we still have problems. If you have financial problems, start where you possibly can. If your job offers a 401k plan, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, please take advantage of it. Don't wait until you reach the age of 50 and then you realize, I got to catch up. I want to retire at 62. I want to retire at 60, but I have not properly planned for it. Okay? Don't do it. If you're in your 30s, Start doing it. 25, however old you are, you're listening to us. My best advice is to do it right now. I'm in the industry of where I see finances. I see individuals' money stories. I see their W-2s. I see their portfolios. And there are a lot of women.
Yeah, we just had a little pause in technology. And so if you can just repeat that section where you were talking about women and men and you were talking about financial freedom. Could you just repeat that?
Absolutely. I believe I was talking about our retirement, making sure that women, we are the breadwinners of our families. And even though we wear multiple caps, we are the mom, the sister, the daughter, so on and so forth, and we go to that corporate job, that doesn't mean that we don't have financial problems. So what I'm saying to each and every one of you is, if you have the opportunity at your job, or if you are an entrepreneur, make sure that you have some type of retirement vehicle set up such that you are putting money away, so that when you reach 50, you're not in a panic and you're going, I want to retire. What I see is women are working longer simply because they haven't saved. Okay? Women don't have to work to 68, 70 if they save correctly. So if you're in your 30s, your 40s, let's get to saving. If you are at that 50 point and above, then I'm not saying that it's not too late, but what I am saying is you need to make some shifts and be very dedicated to saving. I know that we are speaking all over the world. This conference is virtual. So here in the United States, we have Social Security. Social Security doesn't pay a lot. Just know, put away for retirement and get you an accountability partner.
Yeah. What percentage would you recommend in terms of savings? Just very quickly, what percentage would you recommend? 5%, 10%?
I'm going to say start at a comfortable amount, but definitely right about that 5. You got to be somewhere between 3 and 5. If you can stretch it and you're in your later years, then do it. It's a sacrifice, but we got to do it.
Thanks for that advice. So, Dr. Cozette, do you have a free offer for the audience today?
Yes, I am going to give a copy of one of my books, and actually I think I'm going to do this one here, Attracting the Best, that we were just speaking about. It probably can't see it, but I'm going to give you guys a couple of chapters out of Attracting the Best so that you can read them and become acclimated with what affirmations are, just in case you aren't. But start making them part of your day, so that you can attract prosperity into your life. You can attract wealth. You can attract whatever it is that you want in your life. Remember, abundance, it's your birthright. Okay?
Thank you so much. To my listening audience, I do hope that you have been inspired by Dr. Cozette's message today. Clearly, you can hear her background, her accounting background, her financial background shining through. And I'm sure that if you've got any question, we've got a Facebook private group. If you've got any questions, please make sure you join it so that you can ask any questions of Dr. Cozette and she can respond to you in any situation. I'm sure she also has many checklists that you can use to structure your life, to structure your wealth, and to build that abundance. I'm also sure she has all of that on her website. So if you can please click on the link below. Click on the link to access Dr. Cozette's chapters of her book, and of course join our Facebook group and you can ask any questions that you can, and she'll be right there to answer you. Dr. Cozette, any last words that you want to leave with the audience today?
The last thing that I would like to share with you guys is to always remember to pay yourself first. That goes back to saving for retirement, but pay yourself first. And then, of course, you guys can follow me. I'm on all social media platforms at Cozette M. White. So you can follow me on all platforms, Cozette M. White. On YouTube, it is Dr. Cozette M. White. But I thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share just a little piece of me on this virtual summit, Unleash. And I truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. To my lovely audience, I hope that you would have taken away some actionable items. And I do hope that you have enjoyed our interview today. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you on our Facebook Live. Thank you so much, and do have a great day. Bye bye for now.